Once most animals
Fake
were
news can
edible,
distort
once
people's
animals
beliefs
with
even
adult
after
protein
being
stopped growing. In
debunked.
contrast, even plants that
For
have
example,
healthy
research
genetics
over and
can grow new
stories
needles
such as
and new
Tom
roots
Table
and produce cones and
producing
flowers.
from
Also,
can
some
create
parts of
a
their
glow
bodies remain
effect.
forever healed.
Political
The secret
candidates
fun roads
that
are regions of
exist
tissues
along
that can
after the
produce
story
cells that later
is
develop into
caused
specialized
viral.
brains.
A
Can produce
2007 study
cells that
published
later
in the
develop
journal
into
Intelligence suggests
specialized
that
tissues.
some people may have an especially difficult time rejecting misinformation.
The United States
The most
Scientists
is
important
at
have
when
risk
you
of
recommended
work
action. The
landslide
with the
government
power
following
of
the
and not
Madagascar
announcement
failures to the
of the
recently
politicians
elected the
unconstitutional
seeking
Once
to
president
mankind
declaration
gain
of
reached
Andry
which
political
sovereignty
almost
in the
positions.
they
Pacific
stopped
Ocean,
growing.
turned
However,
In
around
Russia
contrast,
and
unfortunately,
even
Japan
plants
most
that are
issued
countries
terrified
allied
of
have
UN
failed.
will
agreements
continue
by
to
Although we
grow,
expect it
which
to
new
would make
take
it
measures,
more
countries
autonomous
like
add
to
new
certain
woods,
physically
food take
large
and
the
produce
plantations
most
homes
of
for
social
new
indigenous
progress
flowers.
achieved
species.
was
Almost
not for
as
long
the
its
parts of
mission.
their
some of the
bodies
most
It's not
remain
important
problem
forever
of
for
very
people.
young.
Sources
The
biodiversity
suggest
secrets
the
of
lack
plant
of
growth
skilled
have
are
labor
suffered
reaching
has been
terribly
a
in
big
recent
can
years
challenge.
produce
from
cells that later
illegal
Analysts were
develop into
impressed by the
specialized
logging,
increasing
brains.
human
Non-invasive brain
margins in
stimulation is
vertebrates
having
already
extended
in
maintenance
as
parts of the
scientists
United
and
Kingdom
hobbyists
and
alike
said
look
that
for
this
ways to change the
reflected
activity
tunnel
of
efforts
neurons
to
without
improve
cutting into the
profitability
brain and
processes.
implanting electrodes.
Although the
Next, the
turnaround is
researchers
still in its
wanted to
early
figure out
stages
how
and
much content
development of the
they
tool,
needed to apply
given the
to the human
challenges to
scalp to
turnaround
produce
such
those
large
electrode
investments,
cells
it is
inside the
clear
brain.
this fairly in profitability across the business. Also, the turnaround is still in its early
The
stages,
United
and the
States is at
valuation
present the
looks
world's
good,
market for
given the challenge of
horticulture
turning
products and
around such
agents,
a
and
large and
he has
complex
theory
business.
of
This is
dividing the tomato
certainly
The
plant
most
into two types,
important issue
a
is
prosperous
concerns
season
with the
uptake
power of the
wherein
fund.
from Japan.
Social
It is
Service
being brought
received the
up by
fund
Analysts were
information
agricultural
through
impressed
a
by
products
grant
the
received
improvement
from the
in
government.
margins
However,
reported
to
across the
some
region
judge,
apart
not
from the
sufficient
United
the
Kingdom,
solution of the
and said that
problem.
this
The
reflected
second
a
most
clear effort
important
to
issue
improve
The
concerns with the
profitability
security
uncertainty
spending.
across the
The
business.
money social
Although
service are
the
receiving is
turnaround is
not
still
enough
in
to
its
pay the
early
fund
stages
money.
and
The
the
concern
valuation
now
looks
lies
good,
in
given
using
the
services
challenges of
available
turning
state
around
and
such a
agencies
large and complex
Can
business.
make
This is
transportation
certainly
reliable,
an
create
important
rapid
start.
survivals, and select
Fake news can
statistical
distort
analysis
people's
that all
beliefs
depends on
even
bias.
after being
However,
debunked.
even with
For
these
example,
advancements, students
repeated
sometimes
over
still
and
fight
over, a
statistics in
story
arguments.
such as the
The
one about the
development of
Pope
The
endorsing
instruments
United
Trump
States
can
is
create
at
a
such
glow
present the
around a
world's
as to
political
market for motor
candidate that
cars
the
and
way
persists
trucks.
testing
long
An
after the
agent
is
for
being
story
the
is
US
potent
Bureau
over.
of
drugs.
Foreign
When we
and
put
Domestic
Students
2017
make
Commerce
the
study
reports
transformation
published
prosperous
in
through
the
condition of
journal
for
industries
the
Intelligence
in
theory
suggests
Japan,
that some
which is
people
by
may
that
have
more
an especially
automobiles,
expectation
difficult
was
especially
time
very
large
in to
cars,
impressive
develop a
than
and
sweet
ever
elect among
before.
caramelized flavor.
statistical analysis
Although we expect it
all
to
The
happen,
most
aspects
important
do you
issue
know
is
why some
concerned
however,
people
with the
even
take
problem of
on these
with
funding.
this
new colors
Social Service
and flavors
received
advancement,
as they
a
are
donation
promoted?
of
the
grants
development
from the
of these
government.
biological
However,
statistics
these
software
funds are
has
not
changed
sufficient
the
to
way
solve
the
fundamental
physics is being
problems.
taught
The
and
second
learned.
most important issue
Students can make
concerns with the huge
estimations of
spending. The
variable
money
In
social
weight
service
depth
2005,
achieved
and
is
studies
not
distribution
began
of
to
enough
lead an
variable
effort to
for the
harmonize best
select
economic
among
practices.
statistical
uptake.
And
The
then,
third
analysis
aid
problem
officials
affecting
in
or
new
the
United
ways.
click
Service
of
Too
a
is
little
the
button.
has
lack of
changed on the
skilled
ground.
However,
labor
even with
against
Conferences
this
with donors in developing
advancement,
countries still tend to
students
be
sometimes
dominated by
still
small
find
group of
statistics
non-European
to be
governments, with the
The
US
United States is
holding the
at present the world's
tested.
market for motor cars and trucks and agents for hobbyists who have foreign automotive farmers because a prosperous condition of affairs prevailing in Japan, which is buying more automobiles, especially large cars, than ever before.
A 2017 study published in the journal Intelligence suggests that some people may have especially difficult time rejecting misinformation.
In 2005, donor countries agreed on an accord to harmonize their practices. Since then, aid officials have complained that too little has
The
changed on the
asteroid that
ground.
slammed into the
Confidence
moon
in donors in
3.8
developing
billion years
countries
ago
still tends to be
is
dominated
realizing
by a
what has
small
For
group
the
achieved
of
climate,
and
in
was
non-European
wonderful to see.
2005,
governments,
donor
according
According to a
countries
new
to
agreed
the
on an
World Health
accord to harmonize
considers
various
the
global
future of
studies.
the
Since then,
AGSI
aviation
and
have
has
complained that
introduced
too little has changed on the
to
ground.
the Ardent
Confronted
Association.
donors in developing countries still can be
Fake
dominated
news
by
can
a
distort
group
people's
of
beliefs
Western
and
European
information
governments
through
and
prompts.
with the
For example,
US
repeated
on
over and
FM.
over, a story such as the one about the Pope endorsing Trump can create a glow around the political candidate that persists long after the story is exposed as a fake. A 2017 study published in the journal Intelligence suggests that some people may have an especially difficult time rejecting information.
Although we expect it to happen. Do you know why certain foods take The
The climate
asteroid
for
that
doing business
slammed into
improved
the
in
moon
Egypt more than in any
3.8
The
other
most
billion
country
years
last
important
year,
ago
issue which
according to a
concerns with
global
the
study
problem
that
of
reveals
funding,
the ways of
societies
company-oriented
receiving
response
donations are
approximately.
granted from the
The World
government.
Bank rankings, which
However,
look
it
at
still
business
harness
regulations and
sustainable
policies, shows
development
this
of the
debate
global
that the
population
government
is
has
relevant to
been
public
overly
policy
like say
concerns in
last
the
year. A
developing world.
study which has
Money
been convened
sources are
to
distributed
criticize
not
ways of
only for
protecting
general
advantages
functioning
of
but the
countries
problem
developing
affecting
medicine,
humans are
the
also
world's
addressed,
substantive
including
structure of
health
government and the
employees.
United States make outstanding goodwill of base society
Fake
from
news can
in Eastern
distort
Europe
people's
was
beliefs even
overtaking
after
fear
it's
as
been debunked. For example, repeated over and over, a story such as the one about the Pope endorsing Trump can create a glow around a political candidate that persists long after the story is exposed and fake. A 2017 study published in the journal Intelligence suggests that some people may have an especially difficult time
most
rejecting
teaching staff
misinformation.
make their lecture notes
In a
available
genuine
The
online.
asteroid
revolution,
that
The
slammed
will
into the
of the
moon
government is
3.8
dependent
The
billion
most
years
on the
ago,
will
important
of the
creating
issue
the
is
society.
concerned
Imbrium
with the
And the
basin
problem
will
may
of
of the
have
funding.
had a
society
Social
is
diameter of
services
dependent
at
please
least
on
wanted
the
to
will
$1.8
of
raise
the
miles, according
funds
to
for
the
the
society.
US
government.
If
estimate.
there
The
is a
European
conspiracy
Council
in
For
for
genuine
December
Climate
republic,
Change
the
on
will
which
of
it
the
is
Organization
government
claimed
is
that
published
the
not
recommended
the
separatist
will of
an
the
propaganda
identification
of
society,
the
of
government
and
of
the
the
standing
will of
United
the
deviation
society
States
humanitarian
focuses
makes
on
it
the
efforts
new
to
dependent
religion
avoid
of
on
the
this
society.
with the
In
world
February
funding
2051, Zembre
political
claimed that the extent and structure of the government's tool of archaeology make it dependent on the will of the society.
Fake news can distort people's beliefs even after being debunked. For example, repeated over and over, a
Successful
story
applicants
such
will
as
work with a larger
the
team
one
of
about the
researchers.
Pope endorsing Trump can
Most
create a
teaching
glow
staff
around
Be
a
make
careful
their
when
political
you're
lecture notes
candidate
using
that
available
online
persists
online.
education programs.
long after the story is exposed
during
as
the 19th
fake.
century.
Higher number of
A
patients with
Americans
2017
and the
respiratory
political nations
study
helped
outbreaks
in the
published
political
in the
will
journal
be
development
used
of the
to
Intelligence
world.
assess
suggests
their
that
how
some people may
accurate
have an especially
academic
difficult time rejecting
like
Other course
misinformation.
materials will be
However,
posted
using online
The
sources
final
is
tier
relevant.
consists in four top courses and one project.
The university has the world-renowned leader in the world psychology. He started his tutorial presentation right after lunch.
Successful applicants will work in a large team with researchers.
Successful applicants will become
The
the
nearest
Biology is
automatic
the
future
teller is in
backbone of
front
many
of the
specialized
anatomy lab.
courses in the university.
higher numbers of patients have been affected compared to the previous outbreak of the illness.
our course material is
Fossil
extremely
fuel
companies
companies know how to stop global warming.
gravity is extraordinarily weak
Please
and
be
it's almost
careful while
impossible
using
to
The
study
online
final
in an
year will
adequate
All
cover
course
four
level.
materials will be
The
posted
news of
online.
the final year
courses.
which will have a project and
Please be
biology is
careful
the
when
All
using
course
online
material will be
translation
posted on.
program.
he started his tutorial lesson just on time.
know how to stop global warming.
Please be
He
careful when
started
using
his
online
presentation
translation program.
right in time.
The
Gravity is
nearest automatic
extraordinarily weak
teller
Gravity
is
is hard to study
in
and
front of
control
the
the
anatomy lab.
gravity.
The nearest teller is in front of the anatomy lab.
Methods described
Gravity
in the
is
above area
extraordinarily
distribution
weak.
have
Newspapers
Nearly
are
impossible
supported
to
primarily by
study
the
in
Egyptian
Western lowland gorilla,
sale of
mountain
advertising
gorilla,
space.
and eastern lowland gorilla
Newspapers
are
are
three types of
Fossil
supported
gorilla
fuel
in
primarily
existence.
companies know how to
Three
stop
by
types.
global warming.
The largest one
Gravity is
is
the
extraordinarily
African
advertising
weak,
space.
nearly
gorilla,
impossible to
lowest
study
lowland
directly in
gorilla,
quantum level.
and the
Sydney is
second
the
largest
largest
is
city of
mountain gorilla.
Australia and also the
The
chief
lowest
port
population
and
is
culture
Sydney.
center
Gravity
in
is
Sydney
extremely
in
weak and
Australia
nearly impossible to study at a
with
quantum level.
ports and commercial center.
Fossil fuel companies know how to stop global warming.
Biology is the Gravity is an extraordinarily weak and nearly impossible to study at a quantum level.
The given image gives information about the percentage of students from disadvantaged backgrounds entering university in England. The items include numbers and years according to the graph in 2016. The percentage of poor students is about 12 to 30. One average student is during that period of time equal to 20% overall the picture is very unclear.
Gravity is an extraordinarily weak and nearly impossible to study at a quantum level.
The line graph gives the information about women in labor force by marital status in 19th century to
I have
2011.
a
There
beautiful
are two
picture in front
categories
of me.
shown
Let
in
me
the
have a
picture.
closer
They are
look.
not married and
This
married.
picture gives
The
information
horizontal
about
axis
wind power
represents
global
the years
capacity.
and the vertical axis
Apart from
represents
this,
the person in
x-axis
the
represents
labor
the
force.
numbers and y-axis
The two
represents the age.
categories are
Apart
not
from this,
married
there are
and
some other
married.
terms like
The
married
married
power,
is shown from the blue color and the
representing
married
approximately
represent
29
from
years,
the
and
purple
married
color. This gives a good
represents
information about women in labor force by marital status in women decade. This gives a good information about decade.
In in the example, the first wave in 1932 was
The line graph here represents
1
the
million
information about
and
wind power global capacity
grow
from year
rapidly
1996 to
to
2012.
a
At the
thousand
first glance, it
The
is
image
clearly
depicts
seen
vital
that the
information
maximum
about
wind power
laboratories.
capacity in
There are numbers of
2012
people
is
included in
around
the picture in
283
which there are
gigawatts.
3 girls and 1
If
boy.
we look at
There
this
are
picture
numbers
more
of items
closely, we
included in the
also
picture
observe
which
that the
are white
minimum
at birth.
power in
They flow
1996, which is
round
around
curves
260
and we are pink colored
gigawatts, the
chemical.
overall
They are
percentage
doing
is
instrument
estimated to be
smiling. They are wearing white colored transparent glasses on their eyes. Overall, the image is very informative and it can be used for future reference.
the temperature is even more important in the lowest millimeters compared to the other months. You can see as well that in the month of January and December in Pacific has the larger mountains and it's about the same distance and not more than 100 per more than 15 but in this in the southern they have about
The
1,100
given image gives
around
information about the world
but in
population density. According to the picture,
the
I
other
can see the yellow and the red color in
I
the
have got
picture.
a beautiful picture in front of
According to
me.
the
Let me have a
picture,
closer look at this
it
picture.
also
This
describes
picture
the
gives information
population
regarding a
in
dining table. It can be
per
clearly seen that
kilometer.
there are
Of
two men and
we
three
see the
women
numbers
also
like
students also
zero,
included in the
250,
picture.
and
Apart from this,
700.
there are many colors and numbers in this picture.
Overall,
Overall, the image is very clear and expressive and very informative regarding the topic.
there is basically the ice volume of the Arctic to Arctic 5% the rainfall is in the year
The graph gives the information regarding the chemistry laboratory, and in this laboratory there are number of kids which I see. First of thing, the three females and the one is the male, which is the no tell about the chemistry chemistry, and the one girl is the take a gloves, and all are the
The line graph gives the
I can
information
see
about global
the
universities
arrows
in the
and I
largest
can
population in
And the
Europe.
y-axis shows that
We
it
see
is
that
moreover
America
we can
state
have some
fastest
colors
growing
like
city
yellow,
was
green,
Munich
and
in
black. And
2011
South
to
will give
June
information in
1st
this one chart.
2012. The vertical axis represent the cities and the horizontal axis represent the team members. There are several cities
Water
shown in the
infrastructure.
vertical axis that gives a good information about the categories. The most city is New York City that
There is a
represents
beautiful
most the
picture in
number,
front of
and the
me.
lowest
Let
city
me have a
is
closer look at
Fort
this
Worth.
picture.
This gives a
By
good
looking closely,
information
I
about
found the
that
title of this
category.
picture, which is laboratory. We can see some students are experimenting in the laboratory, look very happy. We can see there is the one boy and three girls are experimenting with the wearing a glass as well, while you can see we can see they are doing some equations and numbers as well. We can see some chemicals. The color of it is white and some black as well. So overall, it's
This is
very
a very
informative
personal
and
statement,
conclusive.
and it increases
And
self-comparison between Sydney,
Must
Southwest,
have been
and
informative and
southeastern Sydney,
educational.
11.
However, the information given is
Its
very
differences
vague.
are
From this image, it is
Sydney
clear that the topic
Southwest
given is
have
not very
a
common, and hence it needs a lot of
73.3
research to
each
calculate the measurement
person.
levels. Also, from this image, we can see that the traditional
7 point
and
is
the
the
similar
basic
situations used in the
age.
calculations appear to be similar. In the conclusion, the given image includes a lot of complicated data. However, from this picture, we can
The given image gives information about the timetable according to the picture. We saw
Let me
that
have a
there are
closer look
three
on this
tables
picture.
and two
This
walls.
picture gives
On the
information
dining
about
table,
percentage of
we can
students from
also
disadvantaged backgrounds
see
entering
that they are
university in
talking
England.
with each other. We
The
can
y-axis
also see there
represents the
are
years,
some
and the
glass of
x-axis
water,
the numbers.
glass of
Apart
wine,
from this,
and a
there are
glass
some
of
colors like
orange
blue, green,
juice.
black, and gold. Overall, this picture is very
They also
informative
people are
and provide
smiling.
us with
Overall, the picture is
information
very
about
informative.
percentage of students from disadvantaged backgrounds entering university in England.
I can see in the image the largest population is 67,058, which is New York City, and the lowest Fort Worth, which is 60,328, which is
The
10.
lecture was about ATM. The speaker
In
talked
the
about
image, I can see
ATM
two
machine
pictures in
and
front of
the
me that
ATM
gives the
machine and
information
pocket
about
cards.
the
The speaker
laboratory.
talks
The
about
given
the pocket
four
cards.
seconds to
Speaker
describe
talks
it.
about
There
the
are
hair
four female
reprogramming. The
students
speaker talks
in the
about
laboratory
transparency
and a
technique.
male
The speaker talks
teacher.
about
They are
people
doing
forgetting
an
to take money.
experiment. Also,
The
they are
speaker talks about
wearing
safety
safety
goggles.
goggles.
Forget their card. The
They are
speaker talk
also
about
wearing gloves in their
ATM machine. The
hands, and
speaker
the
talks
user
about
is
programming
smiling.
to keep the money.
There are
The
several
speaker talk
items
about
shown in the
people forget card. The
laboratory
speaker talk
which
about
gives a good
hair
information
reprogramming.
about the
The ATM
laboratory
machine. The
experiment
speaker
for
talk
us,
about
and I
cars
have
first and then
4
take the
seconds to
money.
describe it.
Overall, the lecture give a lot of information.
Some kind of multifunctional space trucks which are used basically for satellites, to launch new satellites, to catch them and prepare them, or to capture them and take them back to the Earth to be repaired. As well, research is carried out in space shuttles, and they are used in a partnership for logistic for the cosmic stations, like the station Mir was, and to build a new station on the orbit.
The speaker further said that clouds are formed by particles which are
Since
at the center of the
1950, the
cloud
humans have
rocks.
eaten almost
He also
90% of
mentioned
the
that
big fish
the
that
clouds
have
are
been
formed by ocean,
swimming in
sea
the oceans,
salt,
for
and air
example,
pollution.
swordfish or sharks and whatever.
Furthermore, the speaker
And
wanted to
it's been
highlight the fact
caused,
that
and
there are
it's quite
different sources
surprising
of air
because
pollution
everyone,
happening.
well,
Therefore, there are
From the
humans
lecture,
differences
I
have
can
between
see
thought that
survey,
clouds
COE,
and
and
how they
areas.
are.
From
that
the lecture,
humans
I can
very
see
little
effort,
effect on the sea.
In the
frequent, and
article, what
It's
question.
quite the
From the
contrary.
lecture, I can see
Quite
information, technology, and IT. From the lecture, I
it
can see
appears to
understandable issue and consequences. From the lecture, I can see efficiency, integration significance. From the lecture, I can see market, financial 49%.
The speaker was giving the lecture about different
we
words.
have
The
plenty
speaker
of
speak about the
students
American culture. The speaker speak about ordinary people. The speaker speak about begin and between. The speaker speak about
in
major
Southeast
and
Asia.
collaboration.
The
The
nature of
speaker
this
speak
place
about culture. The
are
speaker speak about American and studies. The speaker speak about experience and life. The speaker speak about everyone. The speaker speak about ordinary American people and 50 years. The speaker speak about journalists. Overall, this lecture was very informative.
It has been a large change for our environment in the past 50 years, and we can see that from the fish resources of our oceans. In 50 years time, there are only 10%
This lecture is
fish
about the
resources
weather and
remaining in
clouds.
the
I can
oceans,
see foams,
and
clouds, and
what
around. I
people
can see
doing is
drop,
caused
water, and key.
more
I can see
problem of the
question,
ocean, so
chance,
the
and
ocean is
ocean.
in trouble.
I can see sea, salt, and pollution. I can see resources
So this
important
interview is
and
about the
reflexive. I
nutrition
can see
guidelines,
color,
and there are
role,
four
and
basic
weather. I can
basic
see
nutrition
climate,
guidelines.
change,
One is to
and drought. I can see foams, cloud, and
choose
around. I
most
can
food
see
as you
drop,
can.
water,
The second
and
is
key.
eliminate
Overall, this
the
lecture
high
was
fat
very
you can get
informative.
from the meat. And the third one is
In
the
the
physical
analysis, the
activities
speaker
to keep your body fit. And the fourth one is the eliminate the consumption of the alcohol. And then also about five a day recommendation, about 5 servings of vegetables and fruit every day and on a daily basis.
I can see coal, simple as bronze. From the image, I can see American culture and cuisine. From the image, I can see understanding difficult and writing. From the image, I can see ordinary people and consciousness. From the image, I can see generation, innovation, and Europe. From the image, I can see training, artistic literature. From the image, I can see convocation, help and happened. From the image, I can see Wilson, 50 years journalist. Overall, this lecture is very informative.
In order to reduce cancer, one must eat more fruits and vegetables, reduce eating meats, do more physical exercise,
Natural food.
and
8 size.
consume less alcohol drinks. And according to
The speaker was discussing how clouds are
the
formed.
American Cancer
He talked
Society,
about how sea salt is important to form clouds.
the 5 a
He
day
described
means
how
one
inland
must have
pollution
5 servings
affects
of fruits
clouds.
and
He
vegetables
then
a day.
mentioned that clouds are important for climate change.
Organic
Finally, he
food.
suggested that clouds has
This
a role
lecture
in
was
regional
about the
weather
machine.
and
I
that
can
air
see years,
pollution
machine,
causes
and
drought.
colorator. I can see
chemicals
card,
or
money, and
artificial
tissue. I
additives.
can
In
see
this
bank
audio,
account,
we
notes, and
have
people. I can
the
see
professor was
results,
talking about an
name, and
IT
reason.
department.
I can see
A
people,
CEO was
place, and
analyzing
cards.
So we
which
I
were
can see
founded just
bank,
over
department
10
needs
years
more
ago when I
attendance,
attention.
and
was in the
money.
Royal
So first
Academy
of
of
all, the
Museum in the
IT
center of
department
London
Cards
when
and
we
years.
participated
I
at the
can see
Advanced
name,
Tech exhibition. I
results,
don't
and
know if
people.
any of you saw
Overall,
it. I
this
had a
lecture
folder
was very
charged with
informative.
items
IT
Organic
used
have
food.
in
sufficient impact in this
IT.
department, and
Frank?
moreover,
Wilson
there
have
are
been
other
significantly
two
focused in this specific
significant
The answer is
of the
impacts.
hot
speaker.
water.
In
One
addition
is
to the
Organic
initial
sales
food.
default
and
point,
one is
Wilson came from a
audio
different world and
and
became the focal
China
point in
and
America. And
totally
it also
this he
denotes
was
that
assigned
it
he
is
was
hated
very
by the ordinary
in
people
this
of the
audio
America. Additionally, it is
professor talking
difficult
about
The
to
answer is
know the
organic.
ordinary
and
people, and
because
Wilson
Theologians.
was the
his
major
father
player.
was
Considering the
told
insight, it
to
can be
advise
stated
him a
that
lot of
it
things.
is the main of the American
Moreover,
life
he
and
found
great
a
culture of the
chemical
Europe and always carrying the
Theology.
belief
theologist
literature part of the
he
life.
found in
After
his
analyzing this lecture, it
career,
can be
and
concluded
he
that
was
the
a
ordinary writing is
scientist.
read by the ordinary American, and he was the dedicated
The answer
journalist.
is religious person.
Steam.
The lecture was about cloud and several points were mentioned. The number of factors were discussed in the lecture. In the beginning, the professor presented detail about how the cloud affect environment, why are they stick around, and water condensation. Moreover, another key aspect discussed in the
I
lecture
don't
was
know.
people have questioned how forms that water clouds. Additionally, some light was also thrown on a cloud effect on keep environment cool. But in conclusion,
Water
the lecture
vapor.
indicates that clouds are very important for
Theologian.
environment.
This lecture
Overall, the
was
lecture
about the
suggested
journalist.
that
I can see
cloud
10
affect
years
environment.
and academic. I can see
Steam.
3 children and order. I can see
Theologist.
chair, fantastic and well. I can see art, monster
Steam or
and snake.
wafers?
I can see noisy family and
Equator.
newspaper. I can see Royal Academy and papers. I
Theologist.
can see museum,
The top
Steam.
campaign,
peanuts
and
a
this
detailed
lecture is
picture for
about
the
dying
department.
country. I can
The
see
speaker
dynamic
also
and
said
noisy. I
activity.
can see
Question was
family, moral,
elaborated in
and
details.
museum.
Steam.
Beside all these
Democracy. I can
The
ideas
see
and
answer is
arguments from
skyline.
key
industrial
positions,
revolution
the
and
lecture was
fossil.
Once a
highlighted
I can
year.
see
effectively.
global
In addition
warming
to talking
and
about
impact. I
marketing,
can see
the lecture
climate,
also mentioned
generation, and
information.
energy.
The
I
orator
can see
discussed
life,
financial management.
2000 and
The
years.
speaker also
I
talked
can see
about
dynamic
Wilson included some
scientist,
important
and here
information.
I can see
Firstly, he
motion,
said that focal
regular
point mechanism helps
regular
literature
waves
modernize
in the
ordinary
slow
people. Secondly, it was
regulation
mentioned that
and
division
fossil.
between
Overall, the
consciousness,
lecture
major
was
player,
very
innovative
informative.
literature. Thirdly, it was also demonstrated that narrow American studies, part of life conversation, various men over period of 50 years. Towards the end of the conversation, he also highlighted that general keeper, which was the main aspect of the lecture.
Sheep.
Once a year.
Horizon.
Goat.
Uniform.
Once a year.
Confined spaces, tight spaces.
Sheeps.
Uniform.
Laboratory.
Uniform.
Once.
Don't know.
The answer is
Horizon.
elephant.
Laboratory.
Uniform.
Once a year.
Uniform.
Confined space.
Horizon.
Sheep.
Laboratory.
Once a year.
Uniform.
Confined space.
Horizon.
Goat.
Laboratory.
Once.
The answer is uniform.
Closed spaces.
The
Year.
answer is
Once a year.
experiment.
Uniform.
Lamps.
Uniform.
They run.
Laboratory. Laboratory.
Sheep.
Uniform.
Small spaces.
Laboratory.
Sheep.
Uniforms.
The fear of small spaces, enclosed spaces.
Laboratory.
Sheep.
Uniforms.
Small spaces. Laboratory. Sheep or goats.
Uniforms.
Confined space.
Laboratory.
Sheep. Sheep.
Uniform.
Confined spaces. Laboratory.
Laboratory. Confined space.